Hey guys, it's Jess. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with another plan with me to share with you all, I guess. I feel like I have a speech going on every week and I'm just like, what was I supposed to say? Anyway, we are planning for the week of January 15th to January 22nd and I'm using this gorgeous sweater weather kit from ScribblePrintsCo, which was very fitting because it is a winter kit, and you would think that living in Texas it would be sunny outside, but no, we actually had an ice day. There was no snow, it was just like ice everywhere and everything was frozen. So yeah, this kit was perfect for that. So I'm gonna go ahead and put down my washi and my full boxes. If you guys are interested in understanding how I do this part to make it look like the old Erin Condren ways, just check out my last two plan with me's. I kind of talk about it there. But yeah, I will be right back. Okay, so and now that all of that's done and I remember to put the deco on before the middle of the week, I am moving on to my sidebar and I'm taking the quote box that says, "Baby, it's cold outside," because it really was cold in Texas. I don't know about this weather. I could get this weather in New York. But yeah, so I flipped the planner back over and I'm putting in my 2 habit trackers for the week. And I decided this week to try something new. And instead of using the washi to separate everything, I was going to leave a little bit of space. I know that Viv from Viv Loves to Plan does this a lot and it always looked super nice, so I wanted to give it a shot. And guys, let me tell you, this is going to be my new favorite thing because it just looks so nice, and then there's more white space, and who can't get enough of white space? So yeah, I put down the 2 habit trackers, and then I put down this sparkly silver half box. I'm gonna call it a full box. This half box to mark that I wanted to start rereading the Harry Potter series and watching the movies. Guys, I even Googled, should I watch the movies first and then read the books, or should I read the books and then watch the movies? And I think I've decided that I'm going to read the book and then watch the movie. So that's what that half box is there for. Then I took a to-do header and put that down, and now I'm going to pick it back up because I thought it would look a lot nicer with some washi behind it. I do still love my washi, so I wanted to incorporate some more of that design. So I'm taking that to do. I think I end up throwing that one out. Yep, and just using the second one that comes in the kit because I don't really use headers that much throughout the week. So here I am trying to figure out what's going to look the nicest. Slap that on like a blank sheet and then slap the to-do on top. There's the old one. And then I just put that down, leaving a little bit of space between the half box and the to-do. Then I move it down to put down some ombre checklists. I only needed 7, but for some reason I can't count and added 8, but it ended up working out anyway because I needed to do something else and I put it in there. So I took the lavender kind of, I'm gonna call it a half box. Why don't I know what these are? This is my job. I took the ombre heart checklist in the lavender, and then I just took a pink one because I decided I wanted some more pink in this spread. You can't see it, but it's there. I put it down there, and then I took a piece of washi and put it over to cover that last bit so you couldn't see the heart, and I'm just gonna cut off the excess. Next, I'm going to add my little icons. So I'm taking the mini icons that come with this kit. I took the heart and the face mask to mark washing my face and that I need to take my vitamins because I have not been very good at that and I always forget whether or not I took them, so I needed to keep track. Then I took a Coffee Monsters Co. little Harry Potter book. It comes in a little like sheet with the the Harry Potter characters and the books and then the movie kind of little labels. So here I am filling everything out, and when I get to the Harry Potter half box, I end up writing Chamber of Secrets because I'm a bad Harry Potter fan, and for some reason I always just assume that's the first book. Not that it is the first book, but I just like in my head I feel like Chamber of Secrets is the first one, so that's me being enraged. Then I tried to change it to Philosopher's Stone, but I was like, I can't fuss with this. So I end up undoing that whole thing. I was kind of sad I had to waste a sparkly half box because I really don't like that. But I undid the little book, took it off, and then I just swapped it out for another sparkly half box. Good thing there was 4 in this kit, and then ended up writing down the correct name, which was the Sorcerer's Stone. But I couldn't even fit that because I ended up writing Sorcerer because I couldn't fit the S, and then I think in a second you're going to see me spell checking, just because I'm like, how does one spell sorcerer? So I wrote sorcerer. So see, good thing I like Google this. So sorcerer, looking it up, and then I end up like triple checking it just to make sure. And I still couldn't fit the S in, so I don't know why it mattered. I should have just left it Sorcerer Stone. But yeah, so I actually didn't even end up getting a chance to read throughout the week. It's Sunday right now, and I think I'm going to only be starting the book, but it's the smallest one, so I think I'll be able to get it done and start Chamber of Secrets next week. So now I'm just going to go ahead and fill in the rest of my sidebar. You guys say you really like watching me fill everything in. It does take a really long time, but I don't mind, especially since I'm filming in bits and pieces. I have time to charge my camera throughout the day before I get home. So I'm adding a bunch of like the usual things I put in my sidebar, which is like deposit money into my savings or pay off my credit card. It's kind of what that means. The last half, full week to take pictures for my Instagram, and then I had a lot of sort of appointments that I needed to make, so I didn't make my nail appointment at the nail salon, so I had to do that online. Then a haircut appointment because I wanted to get my hair done and some more highlights added in before I go to Vegas for my mom's birthday, a spa appointment for Valentine's week, which might end up actually being on Valentine's Day, so I stay off my phone that day. And then just look up things for school because I'm starting in the fall, so like registration dates, which I need to put a lot of school stuff next week because I haven't done any of it, and I think the deadline is February 1st. Ugh. Oh my god, the pressure. And then I left out a second. Why is it the second? It's not the second, it's the 5th. That 5th heart blank, but then I end up putting to re-export my vlog from New York City because I did vlog, but I'm not going to be posting it up on YouTube. I mean, it's on YouTube, it's just unlisted, just because I took all my vlogs down for like privacy reasons, and my mom was like, can you please take them down? And I was like, yeah, sure, I don't care. I like watching them, so yeah. Next thing we're gonna do is put down all my TV little things. So on Monday, we had Keeping Up with the Kardashians and The Bachelor, which I finally caught up on the first 2 episodes. And it's just all starting to become like the same thing, but here I am still watching it. Tuesday's America's Next Top Model, which I friggin' love. I love Tyra Banks. I'm so happy she's back. If you watched the first episode of this season, you'll know, like you will have cried with me because it was so sweet. Wednesday is my most TV show, so we have The Amazing Race, Speechless, and Modern Family. And then the last day that I have shows on is Thursday, which is Superstore and The Big Bang Theory. So next I'm going to put down the other thing that kind of scrolls across the whole week, and that is my work labels. These are from Little Miss Papery. Perfect for white space planners. I just freaking love them so stinking much. I was going to say there's like a shit ton of colors, but that's how my videos become non-advertiser friendly. But I said it anyway, and I'm leaving it in. But yeah, so I put them down Monday through Friday because I was planning on working Monday through Friday. The whole ice day on Tuesday threw me off. So I ended up only working 32 hours, but I think I spent about 16 hours drawing. So I guess that wasn't all bad. I got the kit done, and it was so cute. But whatever. So while I was there on Friday and I remembered, I put down the little payday sticker that comes on the sampler, and then I just grabbed the purple money mini icon that came in the functional sheet. So for Monday, I am putting down a little filming icon, but I think, yeah, so Monday and Tuesday I had planned, well, not had planned, I was going to be Andrea's assistant for those 2 days because she needed to get a lot of stuff done. So I decided to mark that right underneath the work label with some quarter boxes, the rounded ones. And then I took the Mandy Dreams film slate and just put that underneath the pink quarter box on Monday. And I figured I had the sheets out, I might as well just put the other 2 videos that I was going to upload that week, which were the October to December flip through, and then on Thursday it was my 2017 planner flip through. So if you guys haven't seen those videos yet, they're up and live and you can check them out. So to mark my assistant days, I used these cute little girls from Glam Planner, and you guys always remind me, and I still always freaking forget who they are. So the blonde one, I'm putting down the blonde one. I know you guys are going to remind me down below, but still, I will not remember. For some reason, I just can't. I can barely remember the names of the girls in ScribblePrintsCo. I know, I suck at my job, but that's just me being honest. So here I am undoing the glitter header and the film slate label just to put it a little lower because I did have a lot of stuff that I needed to mark on Monday. Now I'm putting down a purple label. And what am I going to do with it? Oh, yeah. So I'm like, why did I remove it? So I'm putting down the purple label, but first I wanted to make sure to white out some of those little dots because you can see them. Even if I am going to write over it, but I still don't want to see them peeking through. I don't know. And then I grabbed what am I doing here? Okay, yeah, so I grabbed an old SPC $2 Tuesday, and it's me in a graduation gown. I haven't used this in a while. It's been a year since I graduated, and I'm still so proud. But yeah, I haven't gone to pick up my diploma, and nobody else can pick it up for me. But I figured out you can actually order it, so they deliver it to you, which I don't know why I didn't notice that before. But I cut my little feet off so I fit in the label, and I write later on to order my diploma, which I still haven't done yet, but I should do after I finish this voiceover. So the next thing I'm going to put down is a laptop icon from Little Miss Papery to mark that I wanted to make sure to reply to YouTube comments, just because I do kind of tend to fall off the bandwagon and I want to be on top of it, so I want to make sure I am like on it for like the day the video comes out. And then after that, I put down a little sushi munchkin from Once More with Love to mark that I went to Uchi with Andrea and Ryan, and it was super fun. We ate so much good food, and I think Ryan orgasmed over like a scallop, one scallop, just the one scallop. So yeah, moving on to Tuesday, what did I do here? Oh yeah, I took one of the 3 heart checklists that came on the functional sheet and I cut it down to 2 to mark down 2 of the Happy Mails I was expecting to get on Tuesday. One was from Erin Condren, which ended up showing up on Thursday, but I left it anyway. And then one was from So Much Crafting. I finally got my inserts in. So I had that packing icon that I wanted to use, but I was like, I kind of don't like it. So I ended up pulling up the 2 heart checklists, flipping it over, and grabbing the sticker, the munchkin holding the stickers on the sampler sheet, and putting that down to cover up the picked up sticker and the 2 hearts. Next, I ended up grabbing a Bill's sticker. I keep saying, I'm sorry guys. I grabbed the electric kind of Bill sticker from Coffee Monsters Co. to mark that my electric was due on Tuesday. What am I doing now? Where am I going with this? Okay, so I'm taking another Little Miss Papery laptop glitter thingy and putting that down to mark on Thursday that I wanted to make sure I replied to the comments from the other 2 videos. And then I think I saw the weekend banner and it was sparkly. So I decided, yep, this is going into my planner this week because I haven't been putting them in for a while just because I feel like it takes up a lot of room and there's other things I could be putting in. Then I decided, I think this was Monday. No, this was Sunday night. So I was just putting in all the plans that I knew I had and all the things I needed to put in. So now I'm using a metallic silver gel pen to make little check boxes for anything that needs them. And I did fill everything out just because this part was going to take a really long time. But here I am checking off all the things that I did. And now, funny story about Uchi and why I'm putting down this mustache a little Coffee Monsters emoji. It's because our waiter had a mustache, and apparently I was flirting with him. He came over after I had one glass of wine and was like, "Do you need another?" And I think I said something along the lines of, "Do I need one? No, but do I want one? Yes." And apparently I just like touched his arm when I did that. I don't know. He was cute. And then I started staring at his butt and things like that. And it just escalated from there. I just kept flirting with him after that. So after I put down the emoji, I moved my little quarter box that had the assistant Jessica Day written on it because I was going to move that to Wednesday because, like I said before, Tuesday was an ice day. So instead of going on the roads, because I turned the news on and they just made it so dramatic, and I get it. Texas roads aren't built for even the smallest bit of ice or snow or freezing cold temperature. But I looked outside and everything was fine. Ryan went to work and everything was fine. I drove to drop off some packages and the roads were fine. I probably could have gone to work, but I didn't want to be like that one like jerk who said, "Oh, the roads are fine," and then get into a car accident. I wasn't risking that, so I decided to work from home, and I'm writing that into my work label. I write work from home because I get 8 hours of the week when I have to draw kits. I do it at home, so I have time to get everything done and kind of spend only 2 weeks on a kit rather than a month and doing it in my free time. So then underneath that, I put down the label with the design in the background that came on the sampler sheet and put down the iPad, what am I doing? And put down the iPad Munchkin on top of it. And then here is me filling out the hours that I worked. And I think I was so used to putting 9 to 6 p.m. that I forgot I worked different hours because I was helping Andrea out at home with things that she needed to get done. So I am writing 8 to 4 p.m. because those are the hours that I worked. And I guess I'm going to undo that, yeah, and then put down the new label on top. So after I did that, my assistant day was switched to a Wednesday because if I couldn't drive to work, then I couldn't drive to Andrea's house. So instead of the blue quarter box, I decided to switch it up and use the lavender one so it didn't end up matching the blue glitter header that it would be underneath, over, yeah, on top of, so it wouldn't match the blue glitter header that it was on top of. I really like this lavender color, so I'm glad I got to use it a lot. And to add some pizzazz, so we didn't have this large piece of white space, I ended up grabbing a piece of washi and putting the quarter box over top of it, and I think that came out looking really, really cute. I just love that little glam planner girl. I mean, I think she's a student, but she worked well for sophisticating. Okay, so moving on to, back to Tuesday, not moving on, we're going back to Tuesday. I took a little package icon from the functional sheet and I'm writing that I had to drop off the orders. Since I wasn't at work, I did have some of your packages in my back seat and I had to drop those off. Probably could have dropped them off on Wednesday because seriously, with all the ice, all of Texas was like, what? And the post office was like, it couldn't get anything anywhere. They couldn't even get peppermint syrup to Starbucks. Like, what kind of a travesty is that? The whole week I kept ordering peppermint white mochas and every time I walked in, they said, "Oh, sorry, we don't have any peppermint, so we just made you a white mocha." And I was like, this is awful. This is so bad. They don't know how to make white mochas without the peppermint. I don't know what tangent I just went on. So next, for Tuesday, to mark our lovely ice day, I took an emoji that was literally in an ice cube, which I was wondering when I would ever get a chance to use these, and apparently in Texas in January. So I ended up writing, "Texas is frozen." I thought it was really funny. I did spend most of the day illustrating, so I thought I had the room to write that in. Then I'm taking a crafting scrapbooking emoji, one of them holding all like the washi stuff, and I was writing that I needed to put my stickers away. I think that's what I ended up writing. I'm pretty sure that, I'm looking at my planner right here. Yeah, so I put that down to mark that I wanted to put my new haul of stickers away to keep everything super duper organized on my desk because I start to combust when there's a huge disorganized mess everywhere. I can't function. Moving back to Wednesday, I am going to go ahead and fill out the hours that I worked. I had to wait for IKEA to open, so I went to work, I went to help Andrea out and work for Andrea. I mean, I always work for Andrea. I don't know how to explain it. I had to go to IKEA, so I had to wait for IKEA to open, and fun fact, I ended up walking through the employee entrances because they wanted me to walk around the whole store, and they wouldn't let me through the cashiers, and they said, you have to go around. I said, okay, around which cash register? And they're like, no, you have to go around the whole store. So I wasn't going to waste my time walking through the whole store because I really didn't know how long that was going to take. So I went through an employee entrance and ended up where you can pick up furniture. So yeah, I did a lot throughout the day to help Andrea, but everything else at home was pretty uneventful. I had to remind myself to reply to the cake company that I'm getting to make my mom's cake for her birthday. So I had to remember to reply to them. We were going back and forth picking cakes. I picked a cake and then I picked another flavor, and then apparently you can't sculpt with that kind of type of cake, so we had to switch that. And it was a whole ordeal. So I used an emoji that had a birthday cake. I have a whole sheet full of just birthday stuff, and since I collect them, what better time to use them than now? And then I ended up grabbing a mini icon from the functional sheet with a camera on it to write that I needed to reply to Instagram comments because I was falling behind on that. There were some comments I replied to that were a week old, so I'm sorry, but I did end up replying to them eventually. So moving on to Thursday, here I am. I went back to work in the office, so I hadn't been at work in the office since the Friday, and the whole ice day threw off my schedule. I didn't want to work overtime because I would only end up working a few hours overtime, and my mind works in weird ways, so I ended up only working 8 hours Thursday and a Friday, but I still got my hours in, so it's okay. Who am I trying to console over here? I did my job. Anyway, next, sorry I keep saying, I don't know how to fix that. I took what is it called? Not speech. Yeah, it's called speech classes, not speech classes. What is it called? Oh, public speaking. My goodness gracious. I took public speaking in college, and for some reason I still say ums. So underneath the reply to YouTube comments, I ordered a Starbucks for myself, and that was the day my Starbucks, no, wait. This day the Starbucks was okay. They also didn't have peppermint white mocha, but I ended up going to Starbucks anyway. Did I go to Starbucks on Wednesday? Wednesday was the day my Starbucks was caca-poo-poo. Like, it was just really bad. It just tasted like hot water, and then the whole IKEA thing happened. So yeah, what's going on the bottom of Thursday? So I didn't end up doing any of my grocery shopping, so I didn't have a lunch prepared for Thursday, so I ended up favoring Modern Market. It was delicious, so expensive, but it was really good, and I'm glad. I was getting a headache. I was really cranky this day. Oh yeah, I came home and I was so angry. I was throwing things around. It was a good time. I scared Ryan, I think, because he came over. He's like, hi, and I'm like, I'm really angry. I'm sorry. And he's like, no, it's cool, and he backed away slowly. It was kind of funny, but that day was not funny. So yeah, I had Modern Market for lunch, and then I used a Scribbler girl with the blonde hair. Her name's Pearl, I think. I don't know if I know her name because her name is Pearl, or because she's the blonde one. I really don't know what order that happened in, but I used a bath time pearl to mark that it was bath time, and I really needed a bath. I just sat there in silence. Usually I watch Netflix or something, but I needed to be alone with my thoughts and just make my headache go away. And then towards the end of the night, I ended up doing some stuff with my Kiki K, filling it out, and then organizing a lot of my planner things. Jumping ahead to Friday, I'm actually putting this down on Thursday. So it was Thursday when I put down this set of little stickers. So I grabbed a skinny piece of washi and then the Need Coffee Munchkin from Once More with Love, set that in the middle, and then stuck it right on top. And this was the best cup of coffee I had all freaking week. They had peppermint. No, wait. This one didn't have peppermint in it. Oh my god, this one also didn't have peppermint in it. I think I ended up having a second Starbucks that day. That one had peppermint, and that was the best cup of coffee I had all week. But to the girl at Starbucks who ended up asking me if I wanted another flavor pump in there, thank you, because the caramel was a great addition. It wasn't peppermint, but it was a great addition. And then also on Friday, I found out that the Lush Valentine's Day collection of bath products was gonna come out, so I told myself I didn't want to stay home, just getting cabin fever because of the headache I had. So I decided that I was going to go to the Domain, go to Lush, and then go to Papyrus to pick out some Valentine's Day cards to send to my family back in New York. And I'm writing that all in right now. So this is all on Thursday, and I'm going to come back Friday night to fix everything. I was trying to figure out if there was like a third place I wanted to go. With all these checklists, if it's 5, I need 5 things. If it's 3, I need to put 3 things down. I never think to cut it until the next day where I'm filling out the time, but I end up cutting off that that third heart checklist because I didn't end up going anywhere else. I went to Starbucks, but I marked that with something else. Come on, Jessica, pick up the pace here. You need to work with me. Plan with me, Jessica. We need to work together. So here I am just making sure my ink is running, and I grabbed, oh, okay. So I grabbed a pink mini appointment label to mark that the Valentine's Day collection did come out, and I used this emoji with the heart eyes. I wanted to use a Valentine's Day emoji, but I think this one was more fitting because the emojis have like boxes of chocolates and flowers, and that's like, it makes sense, but I think the heart eyes said it more and said it a lot better. And now I am flipping my planner sideways and grabbing this Hanukkah Starbucks gift card and my slice tool, which you guys can find on Amazon. I have a link to it down below if you guys are interested. This is probably the best like X-Acto knife for planning, for anything. I love it so, so much, and I'm undoing that little bit. I tried to pick it up with the X-Acto knife, but I forgot it's stuck down to it. So yeah, I ended up removing that, and what am I doing? Why is there so much undo involved? Oh, because there was a little bit of like excess sticky bits left on the paper. So what I do is I pour a little more undo on top and then just scrape it away. Neat trick for anyone who thinks undo doesn't work for them or leaves all that sticky residue. That's how you fix it. So here I am putting down a Starbucks emoji. It has a little phone and then a Starbucks in its hand because I ended up Insta-storying my whole Domain trip, if you will. And so I thought that was super appropriate. And since this was the best peppermint white since this was the best peppermint white mocha, and there was actually peppermint in my coffee this time, instead of marking like Starbucks run, I ended up writing peppermint white mocha and putting a little heart to fill in that white space. And then lastly, for Friday, I am taking a TV emoji and marking that I spent the entire night, the rest of my night, watching Degrassi. I freaking love Degrassi so much. Sean Cameron will forever and always be my Degrassi bae. There was nobody else. I mean, there were like cuter characters and some that I liked, not more. I definitely didn't like them more, but I liked them enough. But every time I go back to watching the older episodes, I'm just like, oh man, Sean Cameron, you bad, bad boy. I love you so much. So yeah, I've just been watching Degrassi. I ended up watching it all weekend, and I think I just watched the episode where Jimmy got shot. I mean, it's not really a spoiler because, come on, it's been out for forever, and there's all those like Drake and like Jimmy, Aubrey Graham like memes everywhere. So it's not a spoiler. So what am I doing next here? What am I doing? I ended up grabbing a piece of washi for Saturday and a glitter half box to mark that I was going to illustrate all day because I really wanted to get this kit done and finished. I ended up spending about 10 hours drawing on Saturday, and usually it's the girls that take me a long time, but there's this one piece of clip art that I was struggle busting so hard with, and it took me 5 hours in total to probably finish, but it's dope, and I hope you guys like it when you see it. I just want her to release it already so I can share it with you guys. So then I ended up grabbing a laptop emoji. I'm going to totally ignore the fact that I put the pink page flag down because I move it like 10 times, so I'll talk about it in a minute. But I ended up using a laptop emoji to write that I needed to send the deposit for my mom's birthday cake. I paid it in full just so I wouldn't have to remember to pay the deposit and then the rest of it closer because I just would not remember. So here I am with a pink page flag that says grocery run on it, and then an emoji with a shopping cart, the mid-size one, just because I wanted to use up some of the ones that I had on like an old sheet. I do have a backup sheet, but I just want to make sure I'm using up all the stickers because if not, I end up using mostly the mini emojis because those are my absolute favorite. I never use the larger ones. I don't fuss with the large ones. So now for Saturday, I did actually sleep in. For some reason, I've just been snoozing all week. The week before this one, I was actually going to sleep at 2 a.m. and waking up just fine at 8 a.m. every single day. But I think the day off on Tuesday, well, the day off in quotes, I was just home, working from home on Tuesday, and then the strange hours to be Andrea's assistant. I think all of that just, I mean, I want to say that all threw me off, but I could have just been like super duper tired from working all those hours the week before. I don't know. So I slept in on Saturday and I used that Glam Planner Lolly, yeah, to mark that. And then I used a FaceTiming Munchkin to mark that I was on the phone with Carla for a good chunk of the morning as we were venting to each other, and I was being like, yes, girl, you right. The other person is wrong, blah, blah, blah. Like, Andrea says that Carla is my hype girl, and I think I'm also Carla's hype girl. I think I'm Carla's therapist is more like it, because I explained to her what she can't explain. But she says, oh yeah, she says Carla is my hold my hoops girl. Like Carla would hold my hoops while I got into a fight. And then I said I'm Andrea's hold my hoops girl, but she thought that meant that I would fight for her. Like I would get into a fight for her. But no, it actually just means that I'd encourage her to get into said fight and I'd hold her earrings for her while she did it. So I got you, girl. I got you. Okay, so that took a tangent. That's not where I was expecting any of that to be going. How did I go from snooze to getting into a fight and holding someone's earrings? But anyway, moving on to Sunday. Well, it's still Saturday, but on Sunday I wanted to make sure that I marked that I needed to lunch prep. So I grabbed a blue label and this mealtime emoji from ScribblePrintsCo with the little chef's hat to mark that I needed to make my lunches for the week. And what am I doing here? Oh, I'm just marking off all the things I needed to do. So I deposited my monies onto my credit card, not into my savings, and then I just checked off that I didn't wash my face Thursday and Friday. It was rough, guys. So I didn't do that. And then I think I checked something else off, but I wasn't paying attention. So here I am just filling in lunch prep. Okay, we in the home stretch. I also filled in finally that half box to write illustrate all day, and now I'm taking the Fox and Cactus Pastel Girls. I grabbed the one with the dish gloves and the bandana and her hair in little buns to mark that I did some apartment cleanup. I think I was avoiding drawing because that one thing I was telling you guys about that I was struggle busting with, I was trying to avoid it, so I ended up cleaning because that's how I procrastinate, is I start cleaning and trying to organize everything in my life so then that maybe my mind will be more organized. I don't know if that worked. So then I'm grabbing a Coffee Monsters Co. Why do I keep saying Coffee Monsters Co? I'm so sorry, guys. I mean, I'm sorry, but I keep doing it anyway. So anyway, I grabbed the emoji with a little phone and I wrote that I had a chat with Vicky. The reason I marked these is because I don't get to talk to her a lot, but it was nice to hear from her. She's gone to a party and I was super jealous. And then the last thing I marked for that day with the little TV icon was that I watched some more Degrassi, some more Sean Cameron, and Craig, but he's a little shit. I mean, I guess so is Sean, because he stole Mr. Simpson's laptop, that jerk. But he did make up for it in the end, so I guess that's okay. I don't know. Gotta fix my bad boy. Anyway, so now we're finally moving on to Sunday, and of course the one time I put the grocery run towards the bottom of the box because I knew if I put it at the top, I wouldn't go in the morning, but I did end up waking up, going on social media, and then doing my groceries because I was afraid I was gonna get super lazy. And then I figured I could just be home for the rest of the day, and why not get it done? So I hadn't gone grocery shopping on a Sunday in a minute, and I remember why I stopped, because everybody and their mother and their great uncle was at the grocery store, and I just couldn't get through anyone. I ended up leaving my shopping cart at the beginning of every aisle and just running in to get everything that I needed, and people were just looking at me so confused, and I think someone got mad that I left my grocery cart. They were like, you can't leave this here, and I'm like, well, there's no other way I'm getting through the coffee aisle with this giant beluga of a shopping cart. So yeah, and then and then after the grocery icon, I ended up finishing the kit. You guys are going to love it. The art is amazing, if I do say so myself. And Andrea is sending me some of the pictures. She's already designing it, and it looks pretty cool. So I'm super impressed with the both of us. So I used another iPad munchkin? I used another iPad munchkin to mark that I finished the kit. And then I used the appointment label that came on the sampler with a mini @ symbol icon to mark that I needed to Dropbox the files to her so she can start working on it and share the beauty with you guys. And then I'm adding little hearts everywhere. And then for the last part of my Sunday, which I'm going to do after I finish filming this voiceover, we have Emoji Central, Mini Emoji Central. I love when I get to use maybe 3 or 4 emojis in a row, like the mini ones. They're so stinking cute. So one of them I grabbed was the emoji watching TV, because I'm going to go watch some more Degrassi after this. Then closer to nighttime, I am going to start reading Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Almost the Chamber of Secrets again, but I'm finally going to get to reading the Harry Potter book. And then for the last thing, I have a little emoji with a candle, because I wanted to have some me time. I ended up buying one of those Garnier 1-minute hair masks, just because with having highlights in my hair, it's made it really dry. It doesn't feel dry, but when I go to brush my hair, it gets really knotted, and I think it's because of how dry it is. So I want to do that, and then I have my glitter face mask from Glam Glow. So I'm going to do all of that tonight so I can start the week all refreshed and feeling good. Also, if you're trying to see what it says under where I wrote Degrassi, because I mean, if something happens during the week multiple times, that's basically the same thing. I try to change it up. So the first one says Degrassi binge, then it says more Degrassi, and then the last one on Sunday says Degrassi, sorry not sorry, because I thought I was being really funny. I mean, it's my planner, so it made me laugh, and yeah. Anyway, so that is the end of the week, and I'm going to show you guys, ta-da! All week to fill out the planner. I used this Pen Gems pen with the gems inside the barrel that match this kit perfectly with the blues and the purples. And then for any of the to-dos during the week that I needed to check off, I used this silver metallic Jelly Roll pen that I used last week as well. So yeah, this is the spread in full, and I freaking love how it turned out. It's super cute with all these colors, and it was perfect because we did end up having that rare bout of frozen weather, sweater weather, if you will. So yeah. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this plan with me, and I will see you next time. Bye!